Hi guys, welcome back. Here in US it's the holiday season, while in India it's the wedding season. So no matter where you are, I think a look like this, based on mostly neutrals, would suit anybody. So this is a look specially requested by my dear friend Zinita, who I've known for over 10 years now. She wanted a look that she could wear to a wedding, and she purchased a dress which is peach in color. So this entire look is focused on her peach dress. But you can easily switch up this look by changing the lip color. So a great alternative would be red, which you can wear for evening occasions with dark colored costumes such as black or brown, or even with gold work on it. So if you're interested in getting this look, please keep on watching. I'm starting off by moisturizing my lips using my Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream. This will keep the lips moisturized by the time we'll reach the stage of applying lipstick. I've already done my base. I've used my MAC Face and Body Foundation, and I'm in the shade C5. I've used it with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I've also filled in my eyebrows, and I've used my Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade, but it's in the shade Medium Brown. And I've gone over it with my Benefit Gimme Brow. So the brows are all set. Let's begin with the eyes. So for priming the eyes, as always, I'm using my NARS Pro Prime Primer, taking a small amount and applying it to my eyelids, making sure that there is primer into the crease area as well. Since this is a look that needs to last all day and probably all evening, we really need to make sure that the eyeshadows stay put. So apply a thin layer all over. And whatever's remaining on my finger, I'm just gently getting it under the lower lash line, just so our concealer doesn't crease there. So I'll zoom you in and we'll do the eye makeup. I'm first taking a neutral eyeshadow that's close to my skin tone, and for me that's MAC's Bamboo. So I'm going to take it on a fluffy brush and apply it all over so that it's easier for the other shadows to blend in. The next eyeshadow I'm using is Expensive Pink by MAC, which is a good mix of, I think, pinkish peachy color with gold through it. So I'm going to take it on a flat brush and really pack it down onto the eyelid. Making sure I'm staying under the crease. The next eyeshadow I'm using is by MAC again. It's called Texture. So it's an orange, but it still has that brown undertone. So I'll be taking it with a big fluffy brush, like so, and I'll be applying it to the crease of the eye. So take a small amount, you can always build up later. I'm taking this quite high up, close to the brow, just because I have so much space to cover. If you have smaller eyelids, don't take the eyeshadow up so high. Next I'm taking MAC's Soft Brown. So this will help blending out this texture eyeshadow towards the brow. So again, using big fluffy brush, taking a small amount of this eyeshadow, and then applying it to the edges of Texture. Next I'm taking Makeup Geek's Peaches and Cream eyeshadow, which is a pale yellow. And I'm using that as my brow highlighter. Since we have so much shimmer going on the eyelid, I want to keep the highlight quite subtle and matte. Next, I'm taking MAC's eyeshadow called Saddle. And I'm applying this just into the crease. So now we're trying to deepen up the socket. Next, I'm taking MAC's Expresso eyeshadow, which is a matte cool tone brown. I'm adding some depth using a small fluffy brush, and I'll be applying this into the crease and also on my outer V. It's a great brush, Sigma E36, which is placement of colors into the socket. So it's great for cut crease work. Although we're not going for one today, but I still like it for depositing the color into the crease. Once we have it, go back with the previous brush, blend it out, making sure there are no harsh edges. And next, taking some more of that eyeshadow and applying it to the outer V of the eye. Switching brushes and taking a bigger brush so I can finish this step sooner. It's just taking forever with the smaller brush. Again, apply. Then go back with the fluffy brush and just blend it. Now, since this is a party look or a wedding look, I'm gonna add some glitter to the eyelid. So for that, I'm choosing MAC's Pigment in Melon, taking some of Inglott's Duraline, which is more like a mixing base. Taking a drop of that, picking up some of the melon pigment, mixing it with the Inglott. And then now dabbing it from the inner corner 3/4 of the way. Next, I'm applying under eye concealer before I apply any eyeshadow to the bottom lash. I'm using NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger and Custard, and I'm gonna mix them. And I'm using this with my Sigma F64 brush. I'm next going to set the concealer with my Nye Banana powder. So I'm going to take the same eyeshadow we used first on the lid, which is Expensive Pink by MAC. And I'm taking that at the inner corner. And taking it towards the middle of the eye. Then I'm taking the brown shade called Texture, which we used first in the crease, and applying some of that into the middle of the eye. And then finally at the outer corner, I'm using the same brown, which is Expresso. Deepening it and then connecting it with the top lash line and the eyeshadow there, which is the same Expresso. Time for some eyeliner now. I'm first lining my top waterline with the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes Pencil in 01 or L, which is just a black eyeliner. think I'm going to leave the eyes like this for now, and depending on how I feel at the end of finishing this look, after applying the blush and my lip color, I'll decide if I need eyeliner and to what extent I need. So I'll zoom out and then we'll continue with this look. For concealer, I've used NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger. And I've set all that with my Makeup Forever Pro Finish powder in the shade 123. So for blush, I'm using my new blush, which is NARS Secure Down. It's a beautiful peach color. There's no other description or words for it. It matches my dress. I'm taking my NARS blush brush and taking a small amount of Gilda blush at a time. And applying it to my cheeks. Next, I'm adding some contour to my face, and for that I'm using my MAC's sculpting powder in the shade Shadowy. And I'm using that with my Real Techniques Duo Fiber brush, which is I think the contour brush, this one. Blending it into the hairline. And repeat the same on this side. I'm also going to contour my nose. Then adding some warmth with the hairline. Also along my non-existing jawline. For lips, I've chosen NARS Audacious Lipstick in the shade Jane. It's a beautiful orange color, which is quite subtle. It's not too orange, if you know what I mean. So it'll make for a subtle lip instead of the statement lip. Using a lip brush for this. That's the lips done. I'm just going to conceal around my lips with my RCMA foundation. And I'm using shade Shinto 3. Doing this just ensures a very clean edge. Going to set the concealer with whatever powder is left on this brush from setting the under eye concealer. So once this is done, I do realize that I need some eyeliner at least on the top lash line, so I'm going to zoom you back in and continue with the eye. For eyeliner, I'm using my Illamasqua Precision Gel Liner in the shade Infinity, and I'm using it with my Real Techniques Fine Liner brush. So I've taken a small amount of the eyeliner and I'm using it from my hand. I'm going to start at the inner corner and starting with a thin line, like so, gradually building up the thickness as we go along. don't need to be too perfect with this because I'm going to blend it out in a second. Using my Real Techniques accent brush to blend this out. Like so. So the next step is to curl your lashes, apply tons of mascara, or you may choose to apply false lashes at this stage. I'm using my Clinique bottom lash mascara for my bottom lashes. So for my top lashes, I'll be using the Covergirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. So that's the look completed. I really hope you enjoyed this look. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.